Hello students, welcome to Reader's Workshop. We've been reading different kinds of traditional tales, mostly by Tomie dePaola, right? If you'll remember, way back around St. Patrick's Day, we read some Irish folk tales about Jamie O'Rourke, and then later, maybe more of a fairy tale about a giant who also had some fairies helping him and his wife. And I also talked to you about another kind of traditional tale, a nursery rhyme. And there's this big, beautiful book by Tomie dePaola of Mother Goose with lots of nursery rhymes that you may know already. We've also talked a little bit about fables. Those are stories with animal characters. And the most traditional old fables are Aesop's fables. Right here on the cover of this book of Aesop's fables, it's showing the rabbit and the tortoise, or the hare and the tortoise. Fables, there's a lesson or moral to the story. Let's just take a look at a little poster to remind ourselves about these different traditional tales. In a fable, there are usually animal characters teaching a lesson. A folk tale may be animals or people teaching a lesson, often in the forest, country, or town. And that sure makes sense, right? That connects to like this, right? Learning a lesson in a town. Fairy tale. Fairy tales are like a folk tale, but with magic and sometimes royalty, like princes and princesses. Now, interestingly, we read a fun version of Cinderella by Tomie dePaola that didn't have magic, right? It was all real. But things like Cinderella, Snow White, Sleeping Beauty, those tend to be, we consider those fairy tales. And last, nursery rhyme, a rhyming song or poem for children. Today we're going to zoom back in on fables. I showed you this book of famous old fables, but guess what? We have a modern author who writes fables that I'm sure you've already read a lot of. Yes, Elephant and Piggy. Mo Willems' books about Elephant and Piggy are like modern fables, right? Animal characters, and we usually are supposed to learn a lesson. So let's enjoy this one. I am invited to a party. Wow, Piggy looks so happy, and Gerald looks a little like, Here we go. And the end papers have an invitation envelope, and it says Piggy on the front. I am invited to a party. Look, he's on his mailbox, excitedly receiving his invitation. And Gerald looks a little sad. Gerald! Look, look, I am invited to a party. Cool. It is cool. Will you go with me? I have never been to a party. I will go with you. I know parties. Ooh, notice how know is written in italics, so we got to give it some oomph. Let me say that again. I know parties. Party, 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 party. Wait, what if it is a fancy party? We must be ready. Really? I know parties. He knows parties. Okay, it looks like zip zap, they're off going to do stuff. And here we can stop for a moment and notice Mo Willems' action lines, right? He uses those a lot to show what's going on with his characters. Zap, zip, they're back, all dressed up for a fancy party. Is this fancy? Very fancy. And look, he's even using fancy letters to show how fancy it is. Party, 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 party. Wait! What if it is a pool party? A fancy pool party? We must be ready. I know parties. He knows parties. Zip, zap. Zap, zip. Oh, they're back fancy, but with pool stuff too. Look at that. Isn't that fun? How is this? We will make a splash. Oh, that's a fun expression. So making a splash because they're going in the pool, but making a splash also means kind of making a big entrance, right? Party, 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 party. Wait! What if it is a costume party? A fancy pool costume party? We must be ready. He had better know parties. Zip, zap. Zap, zip. Now can we go to the party? Yes, now we are ready. Well, that is a surprise. Oh, look, so they're walking towards the party. There's the arrow. And Piggy must already see what's at the party. Well, that is a surprise. I wonder what the surprise is. You do know parties. Party, party, party. So Gerald was right. It was a dress up, like a fancy costume pool party. So the other friends at the party also have on their pool gear, their fancy outfits, and their costumes. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed I Am Invited to a Party. Now, I want us to ask ourselves, remember, fables are supposed to teach us a lesson, right? Let's look again. Animal characters teaching a lesson. So, can you think of maybe what the moral of the story is? What lesson we're supposed to learn from that? We'll talk about it in a minute. Bye.